Welcome to another episode of A Lady's Garden. It is July 4th, so I hope everyone's having a wonderful July 4th weekend. Just wanted to share a couple of updates. So I'm going to start here on this side of the garden with you guys, and I have some news about our Clematis. She's alive! The Clematis lives, and she put on some growth. So here it is. You can see not all of the new green stems are coming out from the old stems. They're actually coming from other parts of the stem or of the, the root, which is good. Nevertheless, we'll take it. She's alive, so we're happy. And she put on some growth. We'll see how she does throughout the season, and we'll keep an eye on her. And hopefully she'll give us some more blooms before the summer's over. But I'm going to share another part of the garden today that I have been working on slowly but surely. Okay, so here we are in the main portion of the garden. Just kind of pan this way so you can see. And here is the quite obviously empty spot. So when I designed the garden, now I guess I should say the garden was designed in parts. As I mentioned in previous videos, my family and I have been living in here coming in on 15 years. So it was designed very slowly, and I'm still not even close to being done. But that's okay. Gardens take time. You have families and you work, and plants cost money, so it takes time. But here's a part of the garden, and I'm just going to pan this way slowly so you can see the lines of the garden, and I'll explain why this part of the garden over here has this little bump out. Originally, let's get closer, this was a circle. So right where the drooping foxglove, actually it was all circled in by that front stone border. So just imagine a circle from where that gold standard hosta is to where the foxglove is. Basically, I made a circle using the back of the fence as my drop, and it was all filled with gravel. And I had a bistro set here. Now, if I can get under here, let's take. Okay, so now I'm standing inside of the circle, and you'll see how beautiful the canopy of the trees are here. Very pretty. So that's why in the beginning I used this area as a nice little shade retreat for my garden. Just kind of pan down. Okay, so I'm going to step back out. Okay, so when my kids were little, it was a good spot to set up a nice little sitting area, a bistro, as I said. It was a circle, all filled with gravel. And it was easy for me to sit here and watch them play in the garden. I didn't have that circle garden that I do now, so they would play, throw a ball around, do what kids do when they're younger. Just have a good time. Run the sprinklers, run through it, have a slip and slide, all that jazz. As they got older, there wasn't any reason for me to have a bistro area here. I actually always wanted it near the house, where the kitchen garden is, the container garden is. So as they got older, once it was no need for really to have a bistro area here, I moved it, that sitting area. However, throughout the years and developing the garden, I always had a hard time kind of filling this area. I left the bump out of the stone, as you can see. Last year I had mahogany monster, heucherella, kind of edging the border, and there was a dogwood, yellow twig dogwood. It wasn't really that happy. It was always kind of pulling away from the shade, going into the sun, because it does appreciate sun. However, It started to kind of suffer. I lost a couple of the heucherellas, and then I said, you know what? Why don't I go back to what was here? So this is my idea that I'm going to share with you guys, and it's in development. I'm going to let you guys see soon. Okay, so now this is phase one. I went back, started thinking about it, and thought how lovely it would be to come back to a sitting area. Not for long extended sitting, but I did some research and I found this really beautiful iron bench. It's gorgeous. I love it. And I thought it would be really pretty to kind of make this into like a not so secret, but somewhat of a secret little sitting area as you're walking along and you're looking at the plants and you want a place to sit, a spot to sit. So either direction you come from, you'll see it. And I'm going to take a step back just a little bit and show you the idea. So as I said, this is phase one. So my plan, or hopefully, it's to have beautiful hydrangeas behind it, have two cone boxwoods, Green Mountain on either side, which I was able to find for a really good deal, because right now a lot of stores are having 50% off because it's so warm. But we gardeners know around this time you do get really good deal on plants, because sometimes they have so many they can't keep up with them, and then they sell them off really cheaply. And that's what I got lucky, and I feel really excited that I got that today. So I'm going to show you the next phase. Okay, everyone, so here is the second phase that I didn't even get to plant yet. The Green Mountain boxwoods. Clearly, I'm going to have to move some things. So if you look over here, that hosta, the gold standard, off kind of by herself, I want to actually pull her closer to the group of three. The Francie, I believe that lemon, limey color one, and a blue angel. I want to pull her closer there. I'm going to try to find a new home for this boxwood over here. He's actually not doing too well, and so I might either just take him out altogether or put him in a pot. You know, we can't give up on boxwoods, as we saw in the kitchen garden so quickly. So maybe I might just put him in a pot and try to rehabilitate him that way. But right now I am just in love with this little spot here. As I said, bench is more for decorative purposes, but you can sit on it. I'm going to probably have to find another home for the foxglove, or maybe leave her there, add a couple more in. My hopes is to find a hydrangea, or a couple of them, kind of drape the back of her. In the winter, I still want to have winter interest, thus the Green Mountain. I was thinking about getting one more for behind the bench, but I'm not too sure. Let me know what you guys think. However, this is the setup right now. Again, I didn't plant anything. I'm just going to keep things watered. Kind of have to think on it if I want to, put one behind her or not, or if I like the placement of the bench, if I want to move it closer. Let me get closer to show you the finish or the coloring. It's considered bronze, so it definitely has that antique look to it. I was thinking about just toning it down a little bit and adding black, but now that I kind of look at it, I think I want to keep it this color. In regards to the hydrangea, I'm thinking about using something obviously that is like shade. I mean, it's not dense shade in this area. It's kind of like a bright shade. So maybe Annabelle hydrangea perhaps. Maybe she would be happy back here. It does get, once it rains, it's kind of like a low spot. So it does puddle a little bit, not too much, a little bit here. But I'll make sure to keep the hydrangeas happy. And then for underneath the bench itself, I was thinking just a couple of flagstones. Not too many. I don't want to fill up the entire area with flagstones. Just a couple on each leg. And then to make it not look so structured, maybe just randomly a couple more in the middle. maybe still having a low growing perennial in the front, but we'll see what happens. I'll take you guys along on this journey of development. Alright, so I hope everyone has a beautiful rest of their weekend and a wonderful week ahead. Stay safe and happy gardening, friends.